Hello everybody, how are you doing? It is Thursday night. I'm out in the shop for just about 5 minutes, long enough to shoot this video. I just got back from soccer practice. We had this week I had soccer Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. Now I've been sneaking out to the shop working on things. Tuesday night I got out here and the blank that I made at Lynn Lacey's house, it was liquid diamond and mesquite burl. I started turning that on Monday night, and then of course, I had soccer practice first, then I started turning that, and a buddy of mine showed up for some help on a pin he's working on, so he was over at the shop for a while. Tuesday, I had practice, but I snuck out to the shop before practice. It was a 6:30 practice, and I finished turning that pin. I'm going to show that to you in a minute. It's laying over there on my bench. Tonight, I had a 6:30 practice, so I snuck out to the shop for a few minutes, after I grabbed dinner, and I turned a handle for a crochet hook. I've got... long story, but I need to turn 2 handles for crochet hooks, and I'm going to show that to you in a second. I ended up Monday getting asked to come back to Venue 328, the shop that I used to sell at, and one of the reasons I was planning on going back over the holidays, but one of the reasons why I left was they were charging a sort of a monthly fee, a rental fee, and then a little bit of a percentage on top of each sale, and it was just a little too steep. There were months where I wouldn't sell any pins. I'd sell 3 or 4 pins and I wouldn't make my rental fee. So I was just basically giving my pins away. And, that just wasn't for me. I felt like I'd rather make a video of the pin and give it away that way. So they called and said, hey, we'll do a straight 25%, which is an incredible commission. Most places are 35. So I jumped on it because I figured I've got these pins I've been making. You've seen some of the videos. They've been sitting in my closet. They're doing absolutely nothing. So they can set up at the shop. If I don't sell a pin, it costs me $0 for it to set up there. It's storage. If I do sell a pin, they get 25%, but I make a little bit of money. So keeping my fingers crossed. There's a couple of events, local events coming up, and I hope that that'll help with sales. But let me take a second here and show you what I've turned the last 2 days. This is the mesquite burl pin, and it's so dark. I don't know if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. Get it away from that dark counter. Just look at the grain in that, the wood. 3 different colors in that burl. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's a little bit of the resin right up top here, and a little bit of the resin right there, but it is absolutely a gorgeous pin. I just love it. Lynn turned the other half of it. Next Friday, we will be releasing our videos on this and pointing to one another. It's kind of a small collaboration. This, now, please ignore the color. I did not choose yellow. The lady I'm making this for is the owner of Venue 328, and they're doing crochet classes up there, and I took a couple of these up. She loved them, but she wanted me to make them with her crochet hooks. So she has a J hook and a H hook, and she wanted yellow wood. So I made this for her, and I haven't glued it in yet. I thought I would take it up and let her hold it and, make sure it fits her hand okay. And I'll just take my epoxy with me and epoxy the hook into the handle when I get there, and then she can just let it sit overnight and it'll be good to go. But pretty happy about that. The wood I used for that was Osage orange. It was a blank I had sitting around. One of the guys in my club had given it to me. I turned a seam ripper out of, I believe it was it bloodwood? I think it was bloodwood for his wife. And, he's a guy in the club, and I wouldn't let him pay me. I let him pay me for the kit, and I told him, that's good enough. It's a club, man. We do things for each other. Well, next thing I know, he showed up with 24 Osage orange blanks that he had milled up for me. So that's one of those. I've used a number of them in pins over the years, and there's still a few more up there. They're just kind of buried in all the junk. And the other piece of yellow I chose for her is a piece of yellow heart. It's just a cutoff that I had, and I've already got it drilled. That's the proper size to fit the hook. All I need to do is get it on the lathe and get it turned. And I'm hoping, I don't know about tomorrow night, with plans we have, but definitely Saturday. All I've got this Saturday is we got to get our grass cut, and I'll have a little help from the kids on that. I'll trim, they'll cut. And I have an 8 o'clock in the morning soccer practice, which is good because that means I'm up early, and I'll get the grass cut in the morning when I get back. And I have a 2 or 2:30 soccer practice, so I'll have some time to hopefully turn that pin or to turn that hook. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blanks that are barrel trimmed. Hopefully I'll get a couple of those turned. I'll show them to you. They're the ones, I think I showed them the other day. but I've got this piece of Australian teak. I've got this right here is a little bit of palm, black palm. This is a hybrid blank. I don't know what the wood or the resin is. The guy that gave it to me didn't know exactly either. This is a piece of inlace acrylester. I've got a stabilized piece of burl here that is spalted, gorgeous burl. This is the, here's the other blank. It's construction paper cut up into little squares in resin, aluminite resin. Boy, I tell you what, I'm forgetting all my names. One problem though, I did not paint the tube. I got excited, got in a hurry, didn't paint the tube. So I think what I'm going to do, I've pulled this one back out. I think I'm going to drill this one, paint the tube, and make a second one. And probably that'll be, the video will be on that one, because this is going to look great. But see, you can already see the tube in there. I just think it's going to look ugly without paint. And I've got my Louisville Cardinal in Alumilite ready to turn that one. A buddy in my club gave me this Sunday. Take a look at that. That is brass shavings in a polyester resin. He's making these and he's been selling them to exotic blanks. So they're going to have them for sale. It's incredible, but he gave me one. He made a couple extra and gave a couple out at the club. And I've got some Corian out. I've got an idea for a Corian pin coming up. And got some sagebrush over here. So I got a few things on my plate. This turned out to be a little more of a talkie than I expected, but I won't hold you any longer. Got a few things on my plate. I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping Saturday to get to work on my special project and to get to turn a couple of, maybe 3-4 of those blanks so that I can queue up the videos for you guys. And once I get through my special project, I got an idea for a couple of cool blanks. I've been turning a lot of blanks that people have given me, and that's a lot of fun, but I always like to put in one that I make. You know, like, oh, by the way, tomorrow, be ready. When this video comes out, my bottle cap ink pen is done, and you're going to see the video tomorrow. I'm going to let you guys go, man. I've talked way longer than I expected to. I want you guys to have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me. And hopefully this Saturday, this Sunday, I'll be able to get a video here for you and maybe get something together on my other channel. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.